Hello and welcome back for part 45 of This is Total War with Throgg. And we've got a pretty big battle here going up against Kolek and his part Dragon Ogre, part Chaos Warrior stack. Let me just make sure I've got all my banners and stuff equipped. Okay. Yeah, definitely a bit more speed on the shorter ranged horsemen with the armor piercing axes. Sounds pretty good. And a leadership boost. Tempted to put that on this Marauder unit just because they're going to have to be holding the front line. Alright, they're already immune to psychology. That helps against the fear and terror and stuff, I guess. So this would give them +5 melee defense, +8 armor. Oh, that could be better. Yeah, why don't you have that? And let's give Olaf himself boost to leadership. Sure. So on Wolfic's side, we've got magic resistance on Kiha the Tormentor, and then Ban of Swiftness on this Fimir. I actually don't think I need that on him. He's going to be pretty static, not really moving around much. Let's stick it on the Wekin instead. Alright, double Hell Cannon, and yeah, they've got some bound spell abilities, but not too much in the way of magic or other missile fire. So let's get to it. Oh, this map again. I mean, I've been winning the battles on this map, I just don't like it. Alright, let's see if we can do a bit better for magic. We can. So I'm imagining that they'll sit back and let the Hell Cannons blaze away like normal. So they've got 1, 2, 3 Shaggoths, then all the Dragon Ogres. Where are the Regiment of Renowned Dragon Ogres? Are they back here? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so our magic's not going to be very effective against Dragon Ogres, but we can do a lot of damage to the Chaos Warriors at least. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy back here. Yeah, so I'll go for a single line with the skirmishers here in Wolfic's army, and then figure out what to do with all the extra javelin guys we have coming in. I want to position them so as many as possible can fire, because they do lots of damage to like all of the big dangerous units in the enemy army here. Okay. Not too many battles left against Chaos, so if I take a lot of damage on these regiments for now, it's not too big a deal. Alright, is that everything? Yeah, I think so.
For my armor! I will!
Yeah, and they're staying put. Great. Okay, so let's have half of you guys come over this side, and the other half stay over on the near side. Maybe want, yeah, maybe want to do like a double line there. Okay, you lot don't get too far forward. I've also got these guys. I probably should go right about there on the front line, and then Olaf can come stand in the middle, at least to start with.
Yes, Lord. Yes, chieftain.
Okay, so in terms of the cavalry,
Chaos comes.
let's have you three over on this flank. Oh, that saves the map, alright.
Ah!
You three over this side.
For blood god.
Okay, I think we're ready to start drawing out hell cannon fire.
Moving.
So far so good. Yeah, so after this battle we should just have the hell cannons in Archaon's army to deal with. As far as I know, the Chaos armies aren't recruiting new hell cannons. They could, I suppose. Okay, yeah, this is going pretty well. Not using too much regeneration. I feel like, yeah, it's about turning the dragon around at just the right time so that the shot doesn't have enough time to rehome. Okay. That was too late, yeah. Should have just kept going, probably straight line on that one. Oops. Alright, I think that is all. Great, okay. So how much regen do you have left? Maybe half or so. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy about that. So you can come up this way, you can come up that way. And I want my cavalry forward as well, for sure. Don't think the Kolek or these other guys will waste their like AoE spells on single entities, but we'll see. Alright, let's look back at this for a second.
Chaos marauders. My gods, call.
I've definitely got a bit of a jumbling together of units right there. Maybe... Okay, I'm thinking... camera control's a bit messed up because we're right at the back of the battlefield. I'm thinking I don't want...
Chaos marauders.
I think I just want like 4 units here, and these two can be behind the main line.
Chaos Marauders! Bring us to carnage!
Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't really want them in these deep formations.
Save every mortal! Yes, Lord!
Alright, hold on, what's this? Okay, I think it's nothing. Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, I don't really want these units out on the flank, because they're just going to get hit by something nasty. So,
Chaos Marauders! Now! Faster! A blade's hunger! Bring us to carnage!
yeah.
Get there!
It's my fault for deploying that against the back of the battlefield, kind of.
Dark gods command me!
Alright, you go here. No, don't fit. Okay, that's fine.
Our blade's hunger! Get them! What? Mortal fool!
Alright, let's try something like this.
Carnage!
I'm hoping I can stop them from throwing too much force at once onto the flanks with my cavalry, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, this lot probably needs to get
What
further
do
forwards.
the gods desire?
I really like the cavalry to... Well, the cavalry's probably going to have better success against the Chaos Warriors, but we'll have to just see where they're sending their units. Okay, in terms of magic, I definitely want to get... Let's see, where are the Chosen? You know, press... Yeah, maybe he doesn't have any Chosen. Not sure now. No, okay, I guess he doesn't.
Chaos sorcerer!
Alright, let's drop down Pit of Shades on top of... say, these guys.
Wields true power.
And you get the Dragon Breath going on those ones.
Going. Let us bring about an infernal gateway.
Okay, so the Shaggoth that's off on his own here. If they can keep him busy, that's fine, although I'm a little concerned about that. I guess yeah, I think having the Shaggoth smash into my front line is probably not what I want, so let's take a slight risk on the cavalry. They're on skirmish mode, it's just a question of how well they actually do with staying out of his way. Okay, if they bring this one back to the main battle line, that's also fine, I think. Let's get more Winds of Magic.
Balefire. Going. I wield force from the gods. That's what the masters did.
Alright, why are these units are still overlapping? Sigh.
Your will.
Yeah, not sure they're going to shoot very well.
Marauders. Quick. Command us.
This is certainly going fine so far though. Advancing pretty slowly here. Actually get down another Pit of Shades on those Chaos Warriors. What are we doing on the other flank? Great, unit got in melee. Multiple units got in melee. Yeah, good old skirmish mode. Alright, look, you just withdraw. Doesn't matter. So much for putting the banners for extra speed on those units. I mean, it's kind of split them up, I guess. You're in melee as well. Yeah. Done a lot of damage to that Chaos Warriors, but it's this line of Dragon Ogres hitting us that's going to cause the damage. Alright, if some of these units break me off the battlefield, I don't mind too much, honestly. Yeah, we did a good job disrupting their advance. Oh, this is Kolek. Okay, well... Alright, he just summoned his lightning magic down on top of us as well. Okay, you pull out there. Okay, you guys need to help those horsemen. You're taking too much damage. Okay, so we can get Wulfric over here. And we've got on this side. Oh, left a bunch of my javelin guys in skirmish mode. Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh wow, Swordfish is getting destroyed. This battle's turned into a mess. Done a lot of damage to Kolek. This flank just got messed up. Yeah, I didn't really want these guys on skirmish mode. There's a Shaggoth over there as well. Alright. Are these guys firing their javelins? Yeah, they are. Okay. We're doing a lot of damage to them here. Okay, you're taking damage, that's okay. Right, I think we are winning here. Let's try and slight the pull. Oh, Wolfwick's taking a beating now. Man. Yeah, it's Kolek and his enormous damage stats, or like, you know, melee attack damage and all that stuff. Okay, you go after this. Alright, we took Kolek down. Wulfric fled off the battlefield, which is somewhat embarrassing, but it's okay. Survived on this flank, I guess. Alright, I think we've come through this. Don't know that they have very much left. Okay, they've got these units that are chasing back after my cavalry. That's fine. What are you guys up against? Alright, I think they're just shattered. So I think we had Soul Crusher go down, and some of these other units definitely got lower and routed off the battlefield. Oh, they still have a Shaggoth left here, that's a problem. Yeah, the Shaggoths are anti-large, which means the Mammoths are not actually good against them. I think we got the army losses though, by the looks of it. Yes, alright. Okay, bit of a scrappy fight. Quite a lot of damage here and there, but got through it. Try and run these guys down. Oh, that's a Shaggoth. I guess we're not going to be able to run him down, but try anyway.
Blood for the blood god! Yes!
I don't think there's too much of this army getting away. Looking at it now, yeah, like this flank was pretty untouched, and the other flank was hit too hard. I probably had better units on this flank, but still, both of the monstrous regiment of renown guys were either wiped out or routed. These ones stood at least. That's good. Yeah, they held off a charge from Dragon Ogres. Olaf took a bit of damage. See if you can regenerate a bit. Oh yeah, definitely try and kill these Chaos Warriors.
Yes, kill them! Kill the Southerners!
yeah, there's actually a lot of Chaos Warriors left over this way too.
Chaos good.
A lot of the dangerous units are down though, like the Hell Cannons are gone, 2 of the Shaggos are dead, a lot of their normal Dragon Ogres are down as well. Guys are not having much success running those down. Okay.
Ready to kill. Immediately. Yes, chieftain.
Yeah. Why don't you let them run that unit down? You come over here. Try coming over this way as well. If I can hold them in place with the Pit of Shades. Yeah, there we go. Because this is almost a full unit. I'd rather not fight them again if I can possibly avoid it.
I wield forces from the god of magic. Chaos! Putrefaction on them. Death!
Hopefully at least this is maybe even like the army that we fight in the whole campaign that has the strongest sort of overwhelming frontline charge. Because when Kolek and, I think it was Kolek and another Shaggoth and a bunch of the Dragon Ogres came in, and that was what did for Soul Crusher and broke Wulfric. There's not many armies to be up against that have that like amount of melee power, I think. Okay, they got off. What else is left? Chaos Warriors here, it looks like we're dealing with those. Yeah, they're not coming back. Yeah, just let them rout. Want this guy to regenerate a little. I've really not had much success with having like 4 to 6 Marauder Horsemen. They actually kind of did okay in the end, just being on skirmish mode, but it's not reliable, and they get in melee with units they really shouldn't. I think going forward, I'm not going to try and do anything with missile cavalry. I'll just have 1 or 2 units in an army at max, because I think past that there's diminishing returns on how well I can use them. Okay, so after this, we're not in friendly territory, so I think we'll have a choice between trying to finish this army off, like follow up and run them down, or being able to make it back to Winterfire. And if I remember correctly, I didn't manage to block Archaon's army with any of my sorcerers. He's not super close. He's going to use a bit of his movement to get over here. We'll have to just see what's left of this army and whether I want to pursue and wipe it out now. I guess if I don't do that, then they can possibly make an attack against me over the end turn and have Archaon force much into support, possibly. Yeah, I think Wulfric's army is set up just fine, but it's too bad I wasn't able to afford really a better secondary army on Olaf. Like, all these skirmishes are just a bit hard to manage. If I had an army reinforcing that was like, well, ideally mammoths, I guess, would be so much more useful. Alright, so these units survived at least. Soul Crusher didn't, that's okay. He'll be back in the Regiment of Renown pool. He's done his job. I mean, we've taken out most of the Chaos armies at this point. And yeah, Wulfric took a lot of damage. I'm glad he didn't get wounded. Better he run off the battlefield than actually needed replacing for a few turns. Alright, on their side, Yeah, sadly they got away with more than I'd like here. It's actually 2 Shaggoths that lived. They're gonna replenish back to full as well, pretty quick. 4 units of Dragon Ogres, 4 units of Chaos Warriors. Okay, how much does this replenishment do? Very little. Let's just take more gold. That's one good thing about this battle though. Made
to the 4 corners.
mid money at least.
Wandering.
Alright, defeated Kolek, plus 10, bonus versus large. Great. And picked up another Band of Eternal Flame, Dragonbone Raiders. Okay. So that was all pretty good.
Overrun the world. Speak. Asinine mortal.
Yeah, I really think I need to just follow up and wipe these guys out.
No. Tempt me not. No.
This other army's getting strong. They've actually been recruiting. I think they've been recruiting more Chaos Warriors, but it's a
harbinger of war.
Bit of an issue. So let's see. Just to remind myself, I did fail on both those block attempts. Yeah.
A battle is foreseen.
We can still withdraw if Archaon comes to attack.
I am the Wanderer.
Okay, immortality on this guy, that's really good. And you get rank 50, which is plus 15 melee defense. Yes.
War unceasing.
Yep. I'll level Mr. Lightning Strike. So let's think about this.
Do not displease.
Chaos armies don't have amazing movement range. I feel like
Marauders all.
what I'm thinking is I launch the attack against this guy, Festigax, which is left over from Kolek's army,
Understood.
with Olaf. And then Olaf force marches backwards.
My challenge? Undeniable.
Because that would mean... Yeah, so if I stood here, Wulfric still has 50% of his movement left.
Not a chance.
Alright. I guess the issue is the enemy heroes are kind of in the way.
Heading out. Northmen come.
Yeah, let's make the attack like this.
Move on them.
It's not a good idea to auto-resolve this. Yeah, the banners are all assigned. Yeah, we need to fight it manually. Too bad I can't do anything to heal Wulfric. That's okay though. I'm thinking they'll just rush us here because they don't have the artillery support.
Slay every mortal.
Okay, let's have a look at the...
They will succumb.
Let's just use these 2 full health cavalry units to do a little harassment and keep the other cavalry back with our main battle lines. Just reduce the chance of having a unit wiped out. Yeah, so I'm fine with you 2 doing some harassment, I think.
We serve the gods.
Can actually hopefully micromanage a little bit. I'm incredibly short on front line, even more than the last battle, but they've got few enough units that I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, they're just coming for me. Okay. Alright, Wulfric. Do not want you getting involved in the fighting.
Lusting for blood.
Other heroes, though, are in reasonable shape. You guys are in good shape. How are we doing? Yeah, looks like we started okay. We can get the Shaggoths to, yeah, come ahead of the main army. That's helpful, I think. Alright, you guys do not want getting involved in the fighting. I want you to slow down the advance of the main battle line here.
Clean magic.
Alright, yeah, you guys are doing your job for sure.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Go harass the Chaos Warriors.
At your command. Going. Balefire. Reality bends.
Guess I might as well use this Scroll of Blast on Dragon Ogres.
Very
Yeah,
good.
didn't kill one. Oh well.
Six is cool.
What about that Shaggoth who was over here? I guess he backed off a little. Okay.
All weapons wild. Please lack chaos.
Leader of savages.
Yeah, so Olaf can definitely stand toe-to-toe for a Shaggoth for at least a few seconds, given he's got his healing potion.
I bring a tempest.
Alright, that unit's done. Good job, guys.
Balefire.
Yeah, so where's the other Shaggoth? He's in here. Yep. My reinforcement's kind of slow to get on into position. I think it's okay though. Alright, here comes the main charge.
For order, chieftain.
Yeah, Olaf's in combat there, that's fine. And I don't really want you fighting this guy, but you can take a couple hits and he should go down pretty fast. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Alright, this Marauders got a bit smashed up. Okay. Alright, these units, yeah, I don't think these units are a threat at all. What happened to the other Shaggoth? Maybe he came back around this way as well.
Positioning.
Alright, yeah, we tanked the charge on the units that were
Chieftain.
able to take it, and yeah, all the damage. I think the damage we took on the heroes just there we can heal for sure of the end turn. We lost a few more on the Iceland Marauders, but that's fine. Alright, and this army's getting wiped out, so we don't have to actually chase them down. But I guess we're waiting for regeneration anyway. I'm certainly not planning to fight a battle over the end turn. I think I could beat Archaon's stack if there was a situation where I couldn't avoid fighting him, but we can be patient and try and be the ones launching the attack next turn. I think it's going to be our best bet. At least the Shaggoths and Dragon Ogres are out the way. Archaon's army, like, they have the special Hell Cannon with the extra ammo, which is annoying for sure, but the rest, yeah, they have Chaos Knights too, which is strong as well. But the most of his army is the slower moving, heavily armoured units of Chosen, which I just don't feel are as much of a threat as the fast guys. Yeah, I popped all my healing stuff here, right? Sure. think I'll just grab this extra gold again.
The eagle guides me.
And a luckstone. Okay.
Tribesmen, gather.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I force march back as far as I can with Olaf, Archeon will not be able to launch the attack against him. These guys can't block army, right? No, they just have assault units. Okay.
Marauders all.
The eternal challenger.
Rank 29 for Wulfric. Great, now I can pick up stand or die. Yeah, that's going to help. Extra melee defense. Leadership, yep. Yeah, I think
Bring death.
I positioned this okay.
Yes.
If anything, I can pull back. If anything, I can pull back further than I expected to.
Despoil and ravish.
So let's start with
It
Olaf.
is done.
Where's Archeon going to get to next turn? He's probably going to get about to the... If he wants to encamp, he's probably going to get about to the border of Krakatrak and Winterpire. So pulling Olaf back to, say, here I think's fine. There's no way Archeon can make the attack like this.
Where's my next quarry?
And Wulfric could stand about here, I think.
I think not. I think not.
I don't think they're in range to attack him there. I guess I can
challenge?
move slightly further back.
Undeniable. I am the wanderer.
And I will have Wulfric go into raid stance just to
And done.
save that upkeep. Alright, so aside from Soul Crusher, who's, like I said, back in the Regiment of Renown recruit pool, these guys are healing to full. These guys are healing by a lot at least, and then Wulfric himself's healing up to at least like over half health. I think as well... I was going to say I'd throw a healing potion on Wulfric, but it just does such a small amount of his total health, I'm not sure it's worth it. Okay, we do have the option of picking up... it's only the Beasts of Tash now that we can bring in as another Regiment of Renown. Okay. Could actually recruit a unit from just local recruitment. I don't really think I need to do that though. What do we pick up magic item wise? There was a 7% ward save, potion of speed, ban of eternal flame. Yeah, Luckstone, okay. So what do we have for talismans here? You've got a Luckstone currently. Can we upgrade that at all? Not really. So you've got ward save 17, an extra 10% ward save on that, and then... yeah, the magic resistance from the magic banner. Can't really do much to give this guy extra protection against the hell cannons. Like, this is just worse than the ward save item he has, so I think we're good. Maybe you... okay, if I can switch this for... let's switch this for magic resistance in case I end up having to tank the silly hell cannon a little with this work in as well in the next battle. Yeah, I don't think there's much I need to do with the followers and stuff. Right, looks good. Okay. So we made a lot of money there, and we're only losing 7,000. I guess that's because Throgg and Wulfric are both in the stance that discounts upkeep. Yeah, that's good. So you've already moved. Don't think I have any other hero stuff to do. What am we looking at for hero capacity? trying to get up to an extra sorcerer. Okay, I guess that finished. So once I get this Ruinous Altar to tier 3, I'll be able to pick up another sorcerer. Okay. Well, let's spend this money. We're soon going to get the big power up from defeating Chaos, which will cut our upkeep by a lot. So I'm not concerned about spending this money. Doomkeep to tier 3. Yep. And then... Okay, so next turn we have one more capacity. Yeah, next turn we can recruit a new sorcerer. That's very good. And then a few turns later we'll get another one on top of that. Great. I think at this point I can probably demolish this watchtower, but let's hold off for a couple of turns in case something particularly bad happens. They are likely to have two pretty full stacks, especially if they stick these heroes into this army of Tamars. The thing is, a lot of these units have no experience, and they also don't have a hell cannon, they don't have any ranks really on their general, so this army is a lot easier to beat. What I'm thinking next turn is to lightning strike against this army, and then yeah, do that basically to avoid fighting them at the same time as Archaeans. Okay, well, is there anything else I need to do? Have you got a banner of eternal flame? Yeah. We seem to get so many of these Marauder Brutes, I'm just going to throw them on characters, even if they're very unlikely to be useful. You don't have a student. I guess we just don't have a student spare. Okay. And Wulfric has... Yeah, this Banner of Swiftness isn't doing much for us right now. Let's go for Eternal Flame instead. Let's see if I can switch this second Banner of Swiftness up, kind of thing. I'm looking for the follower that increases movement speed would be really nice, but I think I just have stuck them all on guys already. And let's just check. There might be one on a Lord who is not recruited. Okay, yeah, like this guy, he doesn't need that campaign movement range, so you should have that. Mountain Scout, he's got the other one. Okay, good. Haven't encountered any other factions. No. Aha! Warriors of Chaos are now ranked lower than us. We are getting there for sure. Yeah, nothing else really notable there. The Empire has been busy killing off Striker, and I think that's partly why we haven't seen new stacks appearing here, but no doubt that will change soon.
You want to die now, or when my eyes...
Assault Garrison, okay, failed anyway. Depending what Throgg's doing next turn, I might try and assassinate this guy. He's not high enough level to be immortal, and my Werkin should have a decent chance of doing it. Oh, that guy's force marching. Ah, interesting. So Archaeon is in range to launch an attack here. Okay, well, this is a little worrying, because I can withdraw with Wulfric, which I will do, but Olaf is in force march, and there's some chance Archaeon's going to have enough movement to get to Olaf. But I'm really not interested in fighting this battle. Okay, so Archaeon had more movement range than I expected. Okay, there are aspiring champions not joining this army at least. Okay, so Archeon used all his movement to make that attack, so I judged it well enough in the end. Good. Ah, Grant has this. That's interesting. Alright, I'd rather that was ruins, but fair enough. Okay, so Wulfric had to withdraw, which put him out of raiding stance, so we ended up losing a bit more gold than we were forecast to, but look at this. I was pretty close to having...
Overrun the war.
Yeah, I was pretty close to having to fight the battle with Olaf, because Olaf was in forced march and couldn't withdraw, but he was just out of range.
Asshole will punish you.
So let's see here. What did you end up recruiting? Oh, you didn't recruit anything new. Okay. That's fine.
To the four corners. This is not for the ever-chosen. Wolfric.
Yeah, I think maxing out armor aura would be good.
Enslave the Southerners. The tribe consents.
Alright, so Olaf's stuck inside Archeon's zone of control. And I can't get past Archeon to attack this other lord. But that other lord is in reinforcement range of Archeon. Interesting.
Who's next?
Hmm.
No, scum.
The problem with this is it is quite a few extra strong units.
What?
Where's my next quarry?
I was really... Yeah, their positioning here is actually kind of good for them because I can't lightning strike this army out of the way.
Undeniable.
I can lightning strike Archeon and just fight Archeon with Wulfric's stack. Ugh. That is... Yeah, that's a bit of a scary proposition.
Did you say something?
Okay, I can get my...
Sorcerer.
Can get this sorcerer back into the army at least, which is good.
The eternal challenger.
I think I should still be able to make that attack
Did you say something?
if I join this sorcerer onto Wulfric's army. It gives me another arcane conduit. So who else do I have here? So this is a knowledgeable Wizard of Fire. Yeah, the guy with Infernal Dominance obviously makes more sense to put in.
The gods deny such action.
I'm just still weighing up whether I want to fight 2 stacks against 2 stacks or just Wulfric against Archeon. It is not going to give me good odds for Wulfric against Archeon on paper, but
To the four corners.
I do think it's doable.
True savages.
What unit would I pass over from Olaf? Probably the Throwing Axeman here. Okay, but I actually... No, I want that Sorcerer more than I want the Throwing Axeman, and I think I want this unit over anything in Olaf's army. Okay. Yeah, situation is not as good as I was hoping for. That's alright. I think we can still make it work here.
A battle is foreseen.
So, yeah, you join Wulfric.
Take their treasures.
No, that does not work. Nuts.
I am the wanderer.
Yeah, that just uses too much movement. Okay, that's unfortunate.
on the path.
My challenge? Undeniable.
I guess I needed to move forward first and then have him join.
No escape.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure even that would have quite worked.
War unceasing.
I guess in that case.
The eternal challenger.
Oh, I can't actually. That's really interesting because Olaf's stuck in Archaon's zone of control. I can't actually exchange units with Olaf. Fair enough.
Ooh.
Ah, this guy hasn't got any combat gear at all, but he's still. I mean, he's a fire sorcerer on a chariot, like. And he's immortal, of course, so that's good enough.
Where's my next quarry?
Okay, let's do this properly this time. So you stand there.
Advancing.
A battle is foreseen.
You join Wulfric.
Take that.
Okay, and now I can launch the attack. Alright, let's do this.
Norscan.
Yeah, so Lightning Strike actually makes the odds worse on paper, but... I think I'd rather fight one stack and one stack. I just feel like I can command my army so much more efficiently. Okay, so let's double check what we're up against. It's the two Hell Cannons, one of which has the 40 ammo instead of the 25. Then... there's Chaos Knights with Lancers, there's the Regiment of Renown Chaos Knight unit, which I don't remember being that strong. There's far fewer entities, even if they are individually much better fighters. I mean, it's kind of like a monstrous... it's kind of like a super heavily armoured monstrous... like fast monstrous infantry unit, like armoured dragon ogres or something is one way to think about it. There's a whole bunch of chosen. Yeah, this is why having that extra magic user with the fire spells would be good. Then Archaon himself, what does he have again? He's got all the fire spells. Slayer of Kings is a melee combat buff, yeah. Counter Domination, yeah. He doesn't have anything, like all this stuff is pretty straightforward. Causes terror, missile resistance, physical resistance, ward save. Yeah, I mean it's going to be extremely difficult to take him down, but like there's nothing particularly... there's no like special ability I need to really do anything about. Once more onto this map. Okay, well, at least we kind of know what we're doing here now. Sort of goes without saying, but the priority here is just winning the battle. If I lose, like almost everything here is expendable. All these heroes except the Werkin are immortal. Losing the Werkin would suck, but it's not the end of the world. Right. Must remember Wulfric has this ability as well now. Definitely want the Brutes the Hound in the center of the front line. Want you in here too, I think. Maybe just spread them out a bit for making sure all my units get the leadership boost. Let's have the Fimir here. The Werkin here. One Mammoth on this flank. Then the two Mammoths on this flank, which is going to be a bit weaker because the Moors of Savagery, yeah, they've just not performed particularly well in these fights so far. Okay, so Kihar is still 2, you're still 3.
Shame on sorcerer.
Where is the Hell Cannon range going up to? Can't see it. Oh, it's like there. Okay, that's fine. Lots of magic. Yeah, this is probably the battle of all these fights against Chaos where I need to use my try and do as much damage as possible with the magic as they're coming in. Alright, I think this is fine for an initial deployment. And yeah, they're staying back as normal, that's all fine. Let's let magic charge up, but I guess I can also start to get the Hell Cannon shots going. Gotta bear in mind there's that one Hell Cannon with the extra ammo.
Chaos will reign.
Yeah, the fact that the dragon takes a few seconds to get going is definitely means I can't consistently dodge these shots, but I'm doing well enough, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's... yeah, I really shouldn't take damage on this sorcerer except the Hell Cannons. Maybe I would pop a fireball at him or something, but that's going to barely do any damage. Nope. I keep kind of turning into them. There we go. Yeah. Not doing a good job on the dodging. It's okay. The ammo on... yeah. The regular Hell Cannon's out of ammo, and the Regiment of Renown one has used most of its ammo. I think the main thing is not having... oh, come on. Not having leadership problems. And he should be fine. I mean, he definitely takes quite a bit of leadership damage, but... yeah, even the Regiment of Renown Hell Cannon, it doesn't do much more damage than normal ones. It fires faster, maybe? But yeah, he's still... his magic resistance and ward save is keeping him pretty safe. I've not done a good job at all of dodging on this second half, though. Yeah, I'm just getting hit by everything. Alright. That is, hopefully, the last Hell Cannon shots I have to deal with. And I have enough regen to get to full health. Okay, good. That was, yeah, I mean, that's fine. So let's look at the deployment here again, real quick. There's no units I really want to be up forwards, except for this sorcerer. And, oh yeah, there's a dragon as well. I think I'll focus on the Chosen with Halberds? No. Chosen with Halberds are more vulnerable to missiles. I should focus on the... yeah, I should focus on the regular Chosen with magic, I think. Alright, that is a fireball from Archeon. I'm completely fine with him spending his magic doing that, I think. Yeah, we can't get fully regenerated now, but that's fine.
Shaman sorcerer.
Okay, let's have the frostworm over this way.
Finch's will. Going.
Yeah, this isn't going to do too much damage. Nah, we're fine. He's probably overcasting his fireballs as well.
Putrefaction.
Where are the Swords of Chaos? They're over this way. Okay.
Shaman sorcerer.
Alright, that fireball didn't even connect. Okay, I think we are ready here. Got a good clump of guys for Pit of Shades, got a good clump of knights for Cold Breath.
Shaman sorcerer. Conjuring. Achilles.
I will the god of magic.
This one's good.
Alright, they started turning around. Okay, well that's fine. Get this.
I will rise. Going.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Chaos sorcerer. Move.
Don't know what the knights over on this flank are doing, but I don't mind. Okay, here come the Swords of Chaos.
Going.
Run, my dude.
As you say.
Okay, got the knights coming in first. That's
I bring
okay.
a tempest.
Big clump of infantry here.
Let us bring about me.
Oh, the knights, the Swords of Chaos get that. They have a charge bonus.
Maneuvering.
Oh my goodness! Look at the damage they're doing to my hero. Go on, get out of there, buddy.
Quick.
He's just keep those abilities coming. Ah, yeah, he's just getting wrecked. All right, he got wounded. It's okay. I want this engagement to happen when my guys are in javelin range. Needless to say. Okay, I'm assuming that sorcerer got wounded. It didn't say he did, but he's immortal, so it, you know, he's just going to be out of action for a few turns. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the Swords of Chaos is strong, but they're not going to be able to. Yeah, we've got them now. That's fine. Yeah, more fireballs here. That's not a problem. I just underestimated their speed and how quickly they'd take down my sorcerer. We still have another firecaster though, and also have the Sword of Stone. Yep, saw them off. Good job, guys. Okay, I haven't got too many kills here, but at least, yeah, try and slow down those Chaos Knights. Gonna have a bit of a mess made of our that one needed Marauders, but that's fine.
I'll take hits. Cut them down. Chaos.
Yeah, we've got them coming in piecemeal, which is good. Boy, these Chaos Knights are still nasty though. Alright, Swords of Chaos are gone. Good. Yeah, mostly just absorb that charge on the Boots of the Hound. Which is what I wanted. Right. Arkan himself is here. That's going to be a problem. Over this way. Yeah. How did you guys get in combat over here? Oh, crap. Oh, that's not good. Alright, Wolf is going to have trouble here. In fact, I think I actually need to try and pull Wolf back kind of preemptively. Or he's going to get wounded. Right, get this down here. Alright, you need to actually get involved in the fighting. You do as well, I think. Okay, how are we going over this way? You're fighting Archeon. No, he's taking a little damage, but not that much. Get out of there. Okay, Wolfix held them in combat, which is kind of all I could ask him to do. I think that's it. Boots of the Hound getting annihilated. Yeah, these guys aren't exactly doing great either. Come on guys, need you to hold. Almost got them, I think. Right, you're taking too much damage, get out of there. Wolfix super low on health, but he's made it. Oh, Archeon's immortal. Oh, unbreakable, isn't he? I think we might have given them the army losses. No, we haven't. Crap. We're out of javelins? Oh wow, that was an issue I didn't foresee having to deal with. Kiha. No! Kiha flees off the battlefield. Uh-oh. Yikes. It's Archeon himself who's going to be the problem. At this point, I would think. Do need to kill all these guys too, though. What happened to my... Ugh. Man, got overwhelmed just too quickly here. My other heroes just routed or got wounded, or worse. Yeah, I kind of have to try and focus on Archeon, but don't think it's going to be enough. Alright, well... Doesn't look like we're winning this, but... I can still withdraw and fight with Olaf. That seems preferable. That seems preferable to having these units wiped out, honestly. I think I should just withdraw. I don't want these two mammoths to die, and I don't want Wolfric to get injured, or the dragon. Yeah, this... I don't love doing this because we're so close to beating them, but the trouble is Archeon still has half his health, and we have to actually kill him.
Pull back!
Yeah, just retreat. Just retreat. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. I think it looks like the Werkin made it out alive. He was the only one who wasn't immortal. Yeah, that was maybe just a bad decision. Maybe I needed to fight 2 stacks against 2 stacks. I guess on the upside, we've done a ton of damage to their army. Oh, we didn't wipe out that Hell Cannon. Alright, so these 2 guys got wounded. Kiha didn't. All my mammoths are still alive. The regiments of now got wiped out. And I got 3 marauders wiped out. Ouch. Yeah, so you were wounded and you were wounded. And I had the charm shield stolen. Alright, of all the items to lose, that's really not the worst.
Where's my next quarry?
Chieftain of the tribe.
Okay, but I can make the attack with Olaf, and Wolfric does come in to reinforce.
Listening.
That's actually pretty big. I've only got these heroes left, but
Shaman sorcerer.
Tempt me not.
I think I can win that.
The eternal challenge.
No front line at all. Almost no front line. Yeah, this guy's too far away to join in. And Olaf is one rank off lightning strike, right? Oh no! That's frustrating.
To the four corners.
Alright, well, suffered a bit of a setback here, I guess. Clearly, I clearly still need to launch the attack here.
Enslave the Southerners.
Yeah, I can't do anything useful with Wulfric.
Your defiance is noted.
Despoil and ravage.
Asshole will punish you.
They've got very few of their fast units left.
Cease.
And this army only has one unit of Chaos Knights.
Slaughter the sheep.
My challenge? Undeniable.
These units both regenerate. Yeah. I may have put myself in a really difficult situation here. I think I can still make the attack and win.
Beyond your comprehension.
But it's going to have to take very good management of my missile units. Alright, well, I'll leave it for now. That started off very well. Taking down Kolic, obviously good. And
I am the one.
I still haven't lost much in the sense that I haven't had... Like, this was the guy who wasn't immortal and he did survive the battle. We lost a minor magic item, but it's no big deal. But yeah, pretty close to having more valuable units wiped out here. Alright, well, it's going to be an interesting rest of this turn. I'll take care of that in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. And yeah,
The gods deny
chalk one up for Archeon, I guess.